This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we join you from MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Today, a good matchup in the NFC. It's the Minnesota Vikings and the New York Giants. Mike Tirico, Greg Olsen ready to get the preseason started. Off we go from MetLife Stadium. And he'll get this up past the 20, but that's it. Good way to start the game for the special teams, and the offense has a long field on drive one. After that play, it stopped an injured Giant on the field. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. This drive starts at the 21. It's 1st and 10. Throwing to start. Here's Dart. Pass complete to Neighbors. And he'll get about 8 on that one. Most of it coming after the catch. It's 2nd down.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 29-yard line.
Now the former Sun Devil, it's Cam Scatterby. And this will be a short pickup to about the 30. Eric Wilson on the tackle.
Brings up 3rd
and after that short
1.
run, puts them a little bit closer to the 1st down marker, and they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
They'll try to run for it with Scatterby. And he's going to be brought down behind the line. This defense fired up to start the game. It's 4th down.
Well, what looked like an advantage for the offense, Mike, facing 2nd and short now, has turned into a win for the defense. Back-to-back stops for a loss. And it brings up 4th down.
On now, Pro Bowler with the Ravens a season ago. Now the punter for the Giants, Jordan Stout. Back deep for the Vikings, it's Miles Price. Kyler Murray leads the Vikings out. They picked him up back in March after the #1 overall pick of 2019 spent 7 seasons in Arizona.
This is one of the more interesting signings of the entire offseason. You know, Kyler Murray falls out of favor, a little injury, a little performance-based in Arizona. And here you have a Minnesota team that really, since letting Sam Darnold go 2 seasons ago, has really been searching for who is that answer. You know, did they think it was going to be J.J. McCarthy in the draft? That hasn't worked out. So here they go out and they get Kyler Murray, a very unique set of skills, and it's up to Kevin O'Connell to build the system around him. Well, we've seen time and time again just how dangerous this quarterback can be, Mike, when he decides to tuck it and take off. So that is a great job defensively to rally to the football and hold them to just a short game.
Murray now on 2nd down. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
On 3rd down, Murray. He's got his man. It's Jefferson.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Yeah, and I actually think it's a really good call. I mean, these officials, they don't want things to get out of hand, and they are always going to err, Mike, on the side of protecting the quarterback. And, you know, early flags are going to prevent future ones, and this time they get him for the late hit on the quarterback and puts this defense in a tough spot.
Here's Jones. He'll move it ahead for about 3 yards. That's Greg Newsome in to make the stop.
Newsome on the tackle. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the Giants' 45-yard line.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd down and 7. From the gun, it's Murray. And he just does manage to get rid of this one. Counted by the defense. They nearly got him. Incomplete, setting up 3rd down.
7 yards.
I know this play results in an incomplete pass, but I think this is a really good job by the quarterback. His clock was going off. He felt that rush. He had no immediate target to go to with the ball. Instead, throw it away. Don't take the sack. Live for another day.
He's got a receiver. It's Addison. And he will have the 1st down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
These curl routes, he's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground, work back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball, and really nice job picking up the 1st down.
Jones now on 1st and 10. And he'll be met in the backfield and dropped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll stop it here. We have an injured Viking to tend to. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially, that it's not too serious. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. In motion, it's Jefferson. Now a 2nd down throw from Murray. Here comes the screen to Jones. And this is going to be a big loss. He kept retreating, looking for an escape hatch, found nothing. And they get him down well behind the line. Well, they come to the line. Not an easy one to convert. 3rd and very long. They'll put Addison in motion. Now Murray on 3rd and long. Good hustle by the defense. They beat the offensive lineman to the blocks there. No gain on that screen pass.
That screen just never had a chance. Anytime the running back has the ball and he's making guys miss in the backfield, there's going to be no timing to the play. It just allows too much time for the rest of the defense in pursuit to get there, and in this case winds up as no gain.
On is Hecker now. The terrific punter sends it away. This one angles out of bounds, and the mark comes inside the 15-yard line. As the Giants head back out, you get a look at Brian Flores, the defensive coordinator for Minnesota. Brian, former head man with the Dolphins, owner of 4 Super Bowl rings from his days as an assistant with the Patriots. This is now season 4 running the defense for Minnesota. The drive will begin with a run by Scatterboot. And wow, tough to bring down that time. Surging forward for a pickup of 6. 2nd down.
Still 1st down.
So a lot of options on the table now. It's 1st and 5. Here's Dart. Looking for his tight end there, but let him too far. It's an incompletion.
They've got to find a way to free him up, and whether that's moving him around the formation or using some pre-snap motion to get him better looks, but right now it's been a lot of double coverage, it's been a lot of tight windows, and if they're going to have more success today on the offensive side of the ball, especially in the passing game, this offensive play caller needs to be more creative freeing him up.
He's going to tuck it and go. And he looks like he's going to pick up the first down. Indeed, he will as he gets it by about a yard.
These are the plays that just drive the defensive coordinator crazy, Mike. You do everything right, but you don't account for the quarterback scrambling. He's able to get out of the pocket and gain enough for a first down.
Dart gonna fake it to Scalaboo and look to throw. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 30-yard line.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 3. A give out of the gun, and it's Scalaboo. After that play, it stopped an injured Giant on the field. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. So, from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, it's Dart. And not liking anything downfield, he'll just get this to the sideline. It is incomplete.
And even though they'll say he had a man in the vicinity of the throws, clearly not intended to be caught. Really smart play. Don't risk a turnover here. Live for the next snap.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Neighbors in motion. Here's Scalaboo. Trying to find somewhere to go, but the defense with other ideas. They stop him. That'll be no gain. After that play, it stopped an injured Giant on the field. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. Now facing 3rd down and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Dart. That is over the middle and intercepted. That's the linebacker, Blake Cashman.
I know it doesn't seem like a ton of yards on top of that pick, but that was really well done. I mean, it's just going to make life so much easier now as the offense takes the field, trying to capitalize off of that turnover.
As the Vikings go back out on offense, we take a look at the defensive coordinator trying to stop him. His guys looking to come up with a stop in this tie game. A fake to Jones. Now Murray to throw. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away. And that'll set up 2nd down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's a run. It's Jones. And he'll get this ahead Gain of about 4, and it leads to third down.
It's a gain of 4, and it's third down.
They'll put Addison in motion. Oh, they're on him in a flash, and he lost the football. And fortunately, he's able to cover it up. It will not be a turnover, but will go down as a sack. Here's Johnny Hecker now, as they'll say no to the long field goal and hope to pin them deep. And this one's going to land out of bounds as they'll mark it inside the 20. So here come the Giants once again, and that is their offensive coordinator. He is as intense and as focused as they come. All eyes on what's to come in this next possession. A play fake, now dart. Oh, the ball comes out. The Vikings have got it. And they're in business, first and goal, taking over inside the 5.
Recovered by Minnesota.
How about the defense getting to the quarterback, getting access to the ball, knocking it free, and coming up with the recovery?
I'd like to see the quarterback just be a little more secure with the ball, Mike. You can see he's just a little loose, especially when you're operating from the pocket. But give credit to the defender. Nice job attacking the ball, knocking it loose and recovering it, and that is a big takeaway here by this defense.
Out comes the Minnesota offensive unit as they get set to take over. They'll have a golden opportunity to get on the board first as they start first and goal. They go play action now. Murray. Oh, he doesn't put it away, and the ball's out. And the defense has come up with it. Not only no points, but they turn it over deep in their own territory. Any turnover down here hurts, Greg. These feel even worse because you have the reception. Looks like you're going to gain yardage, and then the fumble and the turnover, the defense takes the ball.
And they got exactly what they wanted out of the pass play, Mike. They're able to make the completion, but now as the ball carrier, you cannot be thinking, oh, I have to score, get it in the end zone. You still have to protect the ball. He doesn't. The ball gets knocked free, and the defense creates a huge turnover.
Now, whistles here. Looks like one of the defenders got a head start.
Still first down.
They'll start this on the ground with Scatterboot. And a good push defensively. They're going to get him down back at the 10.
This play here, Mike, is just all about the get-off of the defensive line. Watch how fast they go when that ball is snapped. Nowhere for this running back except to go down for a loss.
It is 2nd and 6. They'll motion their tight end, Johnson. A run with the man out of Purdue. That's Tyrone Tracy. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard. That's it.
A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and 5.
Third down, they need 5. Out of the gun, here comes Dart. That one too far out in front. It is incomplete. And Tyrone Tracy was the intended receiver there. And it's going to lead to 4th down.
The offense just couldn't seem to get anything going that drive. They knew they had a long way to go, taking over possession that deep in their own territory. You want to pick up that 1st down and see if you can capitalize some momentum. Instead, the errant throw brings up 4th down, and they're going to have to punt it away.
But he cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return. Vikings offense back on the field, coordinated by Wes Phillips. Wes, from a great family lineage of coaches, now in his 5th season as the OC for Minnesota. Now they'll pitch it out here. And that is going nowhere in a hurry. Finally taken down well behind the line. They'll stop it here. We have an injured Viking to tend to. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially, that it's not too serious. That'll bring up 2nd and long. In motion, it's Jefferson. 2nd down, Murray. And he just does manage to get rid of this one. Hounded by the defense. He nearly got him. Incomplete, setting up 3rd down.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
And they will continue to go backwards. He's taken down for the sack.
And this is a great example of what can happen when you play complementary football. The back end holds up nicely in coverage, and then that front 7 is able to wreak havoc and put an end to this play.
Here's their punter now. As the drive went in the wrong direction, he's on to punt it away. On the return, it's Austin. And some nifty running on the return to get some good yardage before he was taken down. Here's the Giants offense. Now they get set to take over once more. On play action, it is Dart. Open man downfield, that's Neighbors. And he will take this one in. 70 yards. Touchdown, New York.
Touchdown, Giants.
Well, that is a quick drive and the best way to finish it. The touchdown pass downfield. Greg, you rarely see a deep shot like that to start a drive.
You're right, Mike. We don't see it a lot, but I wish we did. It's actually the most efficient and safest down to pass the ball. And in this case, the defense is thinking run, got a lot of defenders up in the box, and they're able to strike deep with a pass play for 6.
Extra point attempt still to come. The kick is good. And the Giants will take a 7-0 lead.
Giants 7, Vikings nothing.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Ty Felton now on the return. Get across the 20, mark them at the 22-yard line. The Vikings offense ready to take over possession of the football. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. They'll run it with Jones to begin this drive. And he'll get forward for about a yard. Paulson Adebo is there to make the play. They'll stop it here. We have an injured Viking to tend to. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. From the 23, here's 2nd and 9. Play fake to Mason. Now it's Murray. A throw there on 2nd down, going to be incomplete. They'll stop it here. We have an injured Viking to tend to. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. Third and 9. Working from the shotgun, it's Murray. Moving to his left. Carrying that ball loosely, and it is out. And the Giants come up with it.
That was a great play by the defense, Mike. He got a little sloppy with ball security as he leaves the pocket. They're able to knock it loose and put an end to this drive.
Malik Neighbors heading out with the Giants offense for their next possession. And what a start he's off to. You don't want to start prorating numbers out for 4 quarters, but fair to say, this defense is going to have to find some way to slow him down. They'll motion their tight end, Johnson. They'll run with Tracy. Not much there. Maybe a yard.
Brought down at the 30-yard line. 1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Here's a 2nd and 9. Dart. He'll get it into the hands of Slayton. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
That's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 2.
And now 3rd, they only need 2 yards. This one just too far for the receiver, out in front of him. That one falls incomplete. Darius Slayton was the intended receiver. And it's going to be 4th down.
Well, here we find the best laid plans sometimes do go astray. Every offense, Mike, what do they tell us? We want to stay ahead of the chains. We want to stay on schedule. This was a 3rd and very reasonable. Incomplete on that 3rd down try. Now brings up 4th and short. And here we have a real gutsy call here, Mike, early in this game offensively. I think you're giving up a surefire field goal attempt. But at the same time, you're demonstrating to your players, hey, offense, I have a lot of trust in you. And let's see if they have this same approach as the rest of this game plays on.
The Vikings offense back onto the field. for their next possession. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. The drive begins with a carry by Jones. They'll get him down behind the line for the penalty. Flag comes in late. Looks like a lot of face mask on that one.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up. Let's go. Automatic 1st down.
First and 10 now from the 36. They'll start this drive with a Mason run. He plunges forward for a couple of yards. Paulson Adebo is there to make the play.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 39-yard line.
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd and 8. Out of the gun, it's Murray. Throw over the middle, and they can't connect. It's incomplete. Jawan Jennings was the intended target. And 3rd down coming up.
Timing and trust. Critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
They'll put Addison in motion. From the shotgun, it's Murray. Down the field, but it falls incomplete.
And barring an aggressive decision here on 4th down, it just seemed like a really wasted possession to go 3 and out, not able to pick up a single 1st down. Not only do you not able to gain any field position advantage, it really takes a lot of the wind out of your sails as you find yourself jogging off the field and the punt team coming up.
3rd time punt team has been summoned in this 1st half. Kicks away. I hit that a little too well. Lands a couple of yards in the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. They lead it here early 7-0 as they start with a 1st and 10. Neighbors in motion. Contact up front. Did they get one of the defenders to jump?
Still 1st down.
Slayton is the man in motion. Looking to throw. It's Dart. Oh, a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass you say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up 2nd yards
to go.
And it was really the pressure that threw that play off, Mike. I mean, he tries to counter the blitz by going to the quick game, which is fine, but it just seemed like they weren't necessarily on the same page and results in a drop.
Now, whistles here. Looks like one of the defenders got a head start.
Encroachment, defense. Automatic 1st down.
So, 1st and 10 now from the 30. On the play fake, here's Dart. Throw here down the field. Will fall. Incomplete.
Initially, a nice job by the receiver. He actually was open downfield. He was able to get behind the defense, but the window closed up so quickly they couldn't get the ball to him. Prevents the big play.
2nd and 10. A carry here for Tracy. And he'll get them 5 yards closer, but now 3rd down coming up. After that play, it stopped an injured Giant on the field. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially, that it's not too serious. Here now, 3rd and 5. Throwing is Dart. That one too far out in front. It is incomplete.
And the best offense on 3rd downs, Mike, is to be really good on 1st and 2nd down. This keeps teams from putting themselves in these unfavorable positions. It's part of the reason why these drives continue to stall out.
Here's Jordan Stout now as he's on to punt for the Giants. The Vikings offense starting to trot out for this next possession. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw is Murray. Oh, the ball's out. And I believe a Viking was able to get his hands on it. Yes, he was. Minnesota will keep the ball.
Sometimes these games in the NFL, Mike, they get decided by simply how the ball bounces. I mean, how often do we see a quarterback in the pocket get strip sacked, and that ball ends up going the other direction? Fortunately for them, they can regroup, get back in the huddle, and live another day. Ball falls into the hands of his own guy, and they'll see if they can dodge this bullet.
Boy, they nearly got him again. Does manage to get rid of this one before taking another sack.
The threat of making a poor decision and throwing a pick is always in the back of your mind, and while you can't play scared, you do have to play smart. If you can't find an open target, throw the ball away, live for the next down.
Working out of the gun, Murray. This one just too far for the receiver, out in front of him. That one falls incomplete. They'll stop it here. We have an injured Viking to tend to. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially, that it's not too serious. It'll be a punt coming from the Vikings, as he'll have to hit it from his own end zone. And that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down. The Giants offense ready to get back to work. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. On the ground, here's Tracy. And he's trying to get around the corner, but will not. Brought down. That's a loss on the play.
Back's doing everything in his power to try to get that ball around the edge to the boundary, but just great pursuit there by this linebacker, staying with his angles, running through contact, and he makes the play behind the line.
To the air on 2nd down. Dart That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete. After that play, it stopped an injured Giant on the field. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially, that it's not too serious. Third and long. Throwing. Dart. That one too far out in front. It is incomplete. Malik Neighbors, the intended receiver. And now it's fourth down.
Let's call it for what it is, Mike. I mean, right now, this team is winning in spite of him. Certainly not because of him. And what's really concerning is that's the most important position on the team. And if they are able to hold on and they do pull this game out, it could wind up being one of the most poor performances we've ever seen in a winning effort that I can recall in a long time.
Out comes the Minnesota offensive unit as they get set to take over. The drive starts with a carry by Mason. And he shows off those strong legs running through one tackle. Give him a gain of 8. They'll stop it here. We have an injured Viking to tend to. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially, that it's not too serious. Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's second down and 2. Again, it's Mason. Able to make one man miss, but that's all. They get him. Take him down behind the line.
Well, as been the case this entire first half, it's been the defense that's really carried the load for this team. Some offensive struggles, but they've done more than their part, coming through again with another big stop for a loss.
Got to get it to the 30. Here comes third down. And this is going to be incomplete. That is a letdown there. Pass looked to be on target. No catch. And now fourth down. On comes the punter now, as they are forced to kick for the 6th time today. The Giants offense getting set to get back to work.
At their own 20-yard line.
On first down, Dart. Now he'll run it. Carrying that ball loosely, and it is out. And the Vikings have the takeaway. Well, he certainly turned that into something on the move. Downfield, looked like he was gaining yards, but then loses control, and the defense comes up with a turnover.
Early on, Mike, it looked like it was going to be a really good play by the quarterback, turning to his legs, getting some pretty good yardage with his feet, but then he failed to not only protect himself, but mostly protect the ball. Defense is able to put a hit on him, jar the ball loose, and now they'll take over after the big takeaway.
The Vikings offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. They can get back into this quickly now. Very short field ahead. It is 1st and 10. Throwing Murray. The pressure going to cave in on him. He will go down. Kayvon Thibodeau in there for the sack. It is a loss of 6 to begin the drive. Come to the line. Got some work to do now. It is 2nd and long. They'll put Addison in motion. Murray now. On 2nd down, Shelby Harris getting in for the sack, and now it's going to be 3rd and a mile.
Like, this isn't real complicated. You're just not going to win a lot of NFL games when you continue to give up sacks at the rate that they are. I mean, this is just a complete disaster for this offensive line, and if they don't get it fixed, this game could be a runaway.
From the gun, it's Murray. He'll let this one go deep down the right sideline.
They're trying to take the top off the defense, make them feel that vertical threat, and soften everything up. Wasn't a ton of separation downfield, at least not what they would have preferred, and ended up being a wasted down.
Here's the punter now. As this drive went backwards, he's on to kick it away. And that's going to work out well. Out of bounds, and they mark it inside the 5-yard line. The Giants offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. They'll operate from their own 3-yard line as they try to put something together here on this drive. It's 1st and 10. Now it's Tracy looking to run. He's going to get nothing out of that one. Followed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain.
No gain on the play.
The big guys in the middle of the defense, Mike, the defensive tackles. So often they're asked to do the dirty work. Keep the blockers off the linebackers. Let them run around and make all the plays. But in this case, this guy's able to shed his blocker, make the stop, and keep it to no gain.
Into space. Inside the 40. He's got room to roam. And he's going to take this all the way to the house. 96 yards. Touchdown, Giants.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense. That penalty is declined.
Now the try for an extra point. He's got it. And the Giants will extend their first quarter lead. It's now 14-0.
Vikings nothing.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Price now to return it. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The Vikings offense make their way out to take over once more. They're an early hole, 14-0. They'll start digging out soon. Begin this drive, 1st and 10. A give, and in comes Mason. And this will wind up a Vikings first down as he gets this up to the 40-yard line.
The goal of every offense, Mike, is to find a way to establish a balance between the run and the pass. With some success here early on the ground, will open up things as the game unfolds for the quarterback in this passing game.
Here's Hawkinson in motion. In motion, it's Jefferson. And we're not going to have another snap here. First quarter will come to an end. Vikings football as we begin this second quarter as they've got it with 1st and 10. Now, Murray on the bootleg. That is incomplete. No way to force the football in there. Good coverage. It'll bring up 2nd down. Now timeout for an injured player. It's Justin Jefferson, a man they cannot afford to lose. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. See what they have for 2nd and 10. From the gun, they'll go with Mason. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. I'm going to save some of those for the regular season. That's a first down.
Well, there's not a whole lot of fancy going on here, Mike. This is just kind of old school, line up and run smash mouth football. It's exactly what they did, but it still ends up in a big gain, and he picks up the first down.
They go play action with Murray. That's taken in by Jennings. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 38-yard line.
From the 38 now, here's 2nd and 4. To throw is Murray. He'll step up and run this. Murray, the former baseball player, knows how to slide, and he does it here after picking up the first down.
I love this call, Mike. 2nd down and short. One of the best downs in football to take a shot. Give credit to the defense. They were ready for it. But a nice job by the quarterback, realizing there's nothing downfield. Take off, turn into a runner, pick up the first down.
The blitz overwhelms the offensive line, and down he goes.
I think here offensively, they got to go in at halftime and regroup. The play caller, the offensive line coach, the quarterback, they got to make sure they're on the same page. It just doesn't seem like they're all communicating the pass protection assignments the right way, because he continues to end up on his back.
Here's Hawkinson in motion. Now a 2nd down throw from Murray. Over the middle, it's intercepted. Picked off by Paulson Adebo. Now after the interception, we have an injured player to look at. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. They'll go play action here with Dart. And that is incomplete. That one targeted for Malik Neighbors. It'll be 2nd down.
You know, Mike, there's the saying in the NFL, take what the defense gives you. But that's not always the case. Sometimes you have to force a ball downfield. Show the defense you are willing to take big shots. Even though they weren't able to connect, it's going to have an impact the rest of the game.
And he's going to be corralled right at the line of scrimmage. That is good work defensively. They hold him to no gain.
These edge rushers, they are judged by their sack totals, Mike. They love to rush the passer. But they have responsibilities in the run game as well. Great job here, keeping it to no gain.
It is 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun, it's Dart. That's complete. It's Malik Neighbors. And that one's going to be shut down. They are short of the line to gain. No first down, and the punt team will come on here on 4th down.
That's just one of those drives that was out of whack from the start, Mike. They just couldn't get anything going on the early downs, and they'll most likely punt the ball away and hope that their defense can do the same thing and get them the ball back.
They'll stop it here. We have an injured Viking to tend to. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially, that it's not too serious. They'll put Addison in motion. They'll go play action here with McCarthy. That's caught left side by Hawkinson. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. After that play, it stopped, an injured Giant on the field. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially, that it's not too serious. Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 3. Off the bootleg, it's McCarthy. He's going to run it. And he'll bring this near the first down marker. They're going to spot him, let's say, a yard short. So a 3rd and 1 forthcoming.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
On 3rd and a yard, it's McCarthy. Open man is Oliver, the tight end. And he's going to pick up the first down. He knew where that marker was and made sure he got beyond it.
Really just comes down to everybody understanding the situation. You realize, how many yards do I need to get for the first down? And just make sure at least one of my receivers is past the sticks. That's where he went with the ball, and they're able to convert.
McCarthy going to give it to Mason. And he will not be able to turn upfield. They'll drop him behind the line. They'll stop it here. We have an injured Viking to tend to. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially, that it's not too serious. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. Here's Hawkinson in motion. McCarthy to the air on 2nd down. And that ball in and out of his hands. It is incomplete. Might tell you after the game he should have come up with that one. He doesn't, and now 3rd down comes up.
So the receiver does everything right except for the most important part. He runs a nice route with great separation downfield, and now you just got to finish that thing off with a catch.
To the air on 3rd down is McCarthy, and that is incomplete.
And on that 3rd down, they thought an easy way to pick it up and get some positive yards would go to their quick game, but it didn't seem like the receiver and the quarterback were on the same page, and now brings up 4th down.
It'll be a punt coming up for the Vikings. Too much leg there. That one's into the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Giants offense now. They get set to take over once more. Their lead sits at 14-0 here in this Second quarter, looking to run away with this one before halftime. On play action, it is Dart. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up second down.
This pains me to say, Mike, because I love the idea of feeding the tight end, but you can only go his way so many times if it's not going to result in positive outcomes. So wouldn't be surprised to see him try to get his backs, his wide receivers, get some other guys involved, and then later in the game, go back to his big tight end.
The blitz gets there, and he lost the football. And the Vikings have the takeaway. In the pocket, looking to throw the ball, but the defense was looking right at the ball. They knock it away and come up with the turnover.
Mike, we see so often a quarterback is so focused, keeping his eyes down the field, looking for one of his receivers to work himself free, that they lose track of where the defenders are. And I think that's exactly what happened here. The defender closed on him quicker than he might have thought, knocks the ball loose, creating the takeaway.
In motion, it's Jefferson. On 1st and 10, it's McCarthy. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
Throwing on second down is McCarthy. He'll step up and run. To stop it here, we have an injured Viking to tend to. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially, that it's not too serious. Working out of the shotgun. Oh, they're on him in a flash, and he lost the football. One of the Giants has it. And they're going to take over once more. They have forced another first-half turnover. Well, the ball comes out, and the scramble for it, it ends up becoming a turnover, and the offense walks off the field disappointed with that fumble.
Mike, when you look at a stat sheet at the end of the game and you want to determine which team wins and which team loses, at the top of the list is ball security. Which team does a better job protecting it and which team does a better job taking it away.
The Giants offense ready for this next possession. The lead is a couple of touchdowns as this drive kicks off 1st and 10. On the handoff, here comes Tracy. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the 25, here's 2nd and 7. They'll motion their tight end Johnson. They'll run again. It's Tracy again. He'll look forward for maybe a yard. He's tackled down by Byron Murphy.
Brought down at the 26. A 1-yard gain brings up 3rd and 6.
Third and 6. Out of the gun, here comes Dart. And he does a nice job to avoid the initial wave, but they finally get there to bring him down behind the line.
2 yards.
I love blitzing defensive backs. So when they blitz the corner, Mike, they call it a cat pressure. He's the corner cat. Man, it's so hard for the offense to get it, beat on him. Who's accounting for him? And in this case, nobody was.
Punt team out there for a 5th time, and this one's away. Oh, they had a shot there and hit the 5, but it continues into the end zone, and it will come back out to the 20. The Vikings offense ready to get back at it. Man in motion here is Jennings. On the handoff, Mason. They converge on him quickly. He'll only get a couple. Andrew Phillips in on the tackle. They'll stop it here. We have an injured Viking to tend to. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. From the 22 now, here's 2nd and 8. Off the play fake, it's McCarthy. That one incomplete. Good job, textbook there, separating the man from the ball, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
Here's Hawkinson in motion. From the gun, here's McCarthy. And he'll just have to throw this one away. There was nowhere to go downfield. And now it's going to bring up a 4th down. After that play, it stopped, an injured Giant on the field. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. Punt team out, ready to send this one away. After that play, it stopped an injured Giant on the field. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. They'll go to the ground, and here's Tracy on 1st down. And he'll be met in the backfield and dropped behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, if you're going to run the ball in the middle of this defensive line, you better block the big man in the middle, Mike. What a great job, not only defeating his blocks, but being able to penetrate enough to take the ball carrier down for a loss. That is a great play by the big man inside.
On the ground, it's right back to Tracy. And this is a slight improvement over the previous play. He's not going to lose yardage, but he's not gaining any either. It's 3rd down. They'll stop it here. We have an injured Viking to tend to. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. This will be 3rd and long. Out of the shotgun, it's Dart. Oh, a loose football. And fortunately, their center able to rein it in, and they'll retain possession. Now, after that near turnover, clock is stopped. We have an injured player. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. The Giants sending out their punter, as he'll be standing just inside the back line of the end zone. Price now to return. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. Out comes the Minnesota offensive unit as they get set to take over. Here's Hawkinson in motion. They'll put Addison in motion. They run straight ahead with Mason. And the defense all over that one. They stop him. There is no gain.
So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional. You become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
And not much happening again. Might have lost a yard, in fact. That's going to bring up third down.
Looked like that might have been an RPO, a run-pass option. The quarterback has the ability to put the ball in the belly of the running back or pull it on the pass. Looked like we might have been better off pulling that one because he handed it off, and there was nowhere for that running back to go.
From the shotgun, it's a throw from McCarthy. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. A pickup of 15 in the air. First down, Minnesota.
That's just such a tough throw. I mean, that's all arm. Being able to get your body turned and throw back across your body. I mean, it's one thing if you're just throwing it a couple yards to a check down. But in this case, he's still willing and able to push the ball downfield. And there does come some danger when you throw back across. But in this case, it's a big completion.
He'll push forward for about a yard. Tackle made by the rookie out of Auburn. After that play, it stopped an injured Giant on the field. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. From the 46, here's 2nd and 9. To throw is McCarthy. A pressure there got to him. He's hit as he threw it, and that pass falls incomplete. They'll stop it here. We have an injured Viking to tend to. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. Third down and 9. Now McCarthy. He somehow managed to get rid of that one before the sack. Incomplete and sets up 4th down. They'll stop it here. We have an injured Viking to tend to. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. So it's 4th down. They'll call on the punt team. And no chance of a run back here. This one's going to sail out of bounds. The Giants offense about ready to take over once more. We'll see how they want to attack things here, backed up deep in their own end. It's 1st and 10. On the give, it's Tracy. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4.
Taken down at his own 7-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Here's 2nd and 6. They'll run with Tracy. And that one is snuffed out. Going to lose yardage. Back to the 3. They'll stop it here. We have an injured Viking to tend to. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. Here's a 3rd and 10. They'll try to get this one on the ground.
Tyrone Tracy, the ball carrier. Blake Cashman on the tackle. A gain of 5. It's 4th down.
The Giants sending out their punter.
For the Giants.
That is fielded at the 20. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Vikings offense ready to come back out for this next possession. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. They'll start this drive with a Mason run. And he'll look for somewhere to go, but the lanes are all closed up. He's going to wind up losing a yard. They'll stop it here. We have an injured Viking to tend to. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. To throw, Wentz. Oh, the ball comes out. It's picked up by one of his teammates. And this is going to be a big loss. He kept retreating, looking for an escape hatch, found nothing. And they get him down well behind the line. So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Here's Hawkinson in motion. Throwing now on 3rd and long. He'll get it into the hands of Demond Claiborne. He's looking for room on the edge, but could not find any. They track him down behind the line, and it's 4th down.
To play corner in this league, Mike, you have to have great reactions and instincts. In this case, he trusts those instincts from the jump, and he's able to send the offense going backwards as a result.
On is Hecker now. The terrific punter sends it away. Here's Austin to return. And he'll get a few yards on this return, up past the 15-yard line. The Giants offense headed back to take over once more. Going to be looking to possibly push this to a 3-score advantage. Work to do on this drive. 1st and 10. A carry here for Tracy. And that play going nowhere. The defense all over that one. They'll bring him down for a big loss.
Back at the 15-yard line.
Where a defender makes his tackles tells you a lot about his abilities. And for an interior defensive lineman, Mike, to make plays on the outside of the formation just speaks to his speed, his effort, his ability to run down the line. And we saw it here, and he takes the back down for a loss.
And it'll be a pickup of 3. So 3rd down, forthcoming. They'll stop it here. We have an injured Viking to tend to. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. Third and 11 coming up. That is intercepted. Picked off by Isaiah Rodgers. And he'll be taken down, and there is a flag on the play. This is going to be a huge call. Now they'll pitch it out here. And that is going nowhere in a hurry. Finally taken down well behind the line. They'll stop it here. We have an injured Viking to tend to. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. That'll bring up 2nd and long. Now Wentz. He'll get this out to his running back. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
A gain of 4.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time. Play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short game.
Well, they come to the line. Not an easy one to convert. 3rd and very long. Here's Wentz. He'll try to run for it. And he'll get into the slide here, but he's going to be well short of the 1st down.
And that's a great job defensively here on 3rd down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the 1st down.
40-yard attempt.
Reichard's kick is good. They'll stop it here. We have an injured Viking to tend to. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Here comes a return from the 3. He'll come across the 20 and taken down at the 21-yard line. The Giants offense ready to take over once again. They built a nice lead for themselves here. They'll try to add to that, beginning with 1st down. on the ground. Here's Tracy. And that's the way you want to run it on first down. A gain of 7. After that play, it stopped an injured Giant on the field. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially, that it's not too serious. Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and 3. Dart. Throw, right side, taken in by Neighbor. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down.
First down.
Really nice job here by the quarterback, understanding what did he need to pick up a fresh set of downs. In this case, that underneath drag route was all it took. Get the ball into the hands of your receiver, pick up a first down.
A play fake, now Dart. That one out of the reach of the receiver's outstretched arms. It is incomplete. That one targeted for Malik Neighbors. It'll be 2nd down.
You know, there's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning.
3rd and 3.
2 minutes remain here in this first half. We'll come back to MetLife Stadium after this. They'll empty out the backfield and line up for 3rd and 3. Throwing again, Dart. Oh, and that throw not able to be pulled in. It's incomplete. Looked like he may have got a little ahead of himself there. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
So prior to that 3rd down call, Mike, I thought they put themselves in a pretty good situation. At that down and distance, they had run and pass, both at their disposal. But nice job by the defense being up to the task. Forced the incomplete, brings up 4th down.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and we come out to the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard
The Vikings offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. A quick toss into the hands of Addison. And he's not going to be able to get away. Good defense on the perimeter. It'll be a loss of yardage.
Man, what a big-time play here by the corner. It feels like he knew that play was coming before the ball was even snapped. You can see he sticks his foot in the ground and bursts. He ends that play before it even has a chance to get started.
Now, screen set up for Mason. And he'll be taken down up around the 32-yard line. So now a timeout for the Vikings. That is their first. And they'll get a chance to talk things over after picking up that first down.
And this is why most teams, Mike, decide to take the ball first after the halftime break, because they want to be able to control this middle 4. At the end of the first half, you can use your timeout. You can use some strategy to steal an extra possession. If they're able now to go down and come away with points, they'll have a chance to double it up again right after the halftime break.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
First down, 10 yards to go. Throwing is Wentz. This pass, right side. Going to be caught by Addison. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely, and results in a completion.
Get this complete. It's Addison again. And they finally catch up with him, but it's a big play, taking it into the red zone. That's a second charge timeout for Minnesota as the clock stops with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. They're at the 17-yard line now for 1st and 10. Here's Hawkinson in motion. Wentz to throw once more. Trying to set up the screen, but that is going to fall incomplete.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least, it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call.
And he just does manage to get rid of this one. Hounded by the defense. They nearly got him. Incomplete, setting up 3rd down.
All right, so the ball falls incomplete, but I think what it does now, Mike, is it allows you to stop the clock, get in the huddle, take a deep breath, and now your play caller has to give you the best play. Go get points here before the half and try to build something going into halftime.
This one caught at the 4. And he's going to take it into the end zone. It's a touchdown. There is a penalty marker down, but it looks like this one's going to hold up.
Roughing the passer, defense. That penalty is declined.
On now for the extra point. Here's Will Riker. He's got it. And the Vikings are back within 4. It is 14-10.
Vikings 10.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Giants offense going to take over just before the half. The lead sits at 4. So they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, it's done. Pass complete to Neighbors. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So, halftime straight ahead, and we'll send it to Scott Hansen, who has the EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the 3rd quarter as we're ready to kick off the 2nd half. Back out to our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thank you. Both teams trying to find the right formula as they come out for the 2nd half. It's about to get underway. Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. Price now to return it, and he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Vikings offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. They trail by 4. A touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. Here's Hawkinson in motion. They'll put Addison in motion. The drive starts with a carry by Mason. And the woes in the running game continue. They're going to subtract yards there. A loss on the play. They'll stop it here. We have an injured Viking to tend to. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. That'll bring up 2nd and 11. In motion, it's Jefferson. Throwing on 2nd down. Wentz. There's Jefferson. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
A 5-yard pickup on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Here comes 3rd and 6. Wentz. Oh, they're on him in a flash, and he lost the football. The ball's out. One of the Giants has it. And they are in business. It'll be 1st and goal. A sudden change here. They've got it back inside the 10-yard line. And there it is. The defense comes up with the big play, forcing the fumble as they get their offense right back on the field. Coming up, Greg, with a big turnover.
Taking the ball away, Mike, has really become an art form in the NFL. Some teams are good at it, some teams not so much. But in this case, great job by the defense taking that one away.
After that fumble recovery, a big opportunity here. 1st and goal. Here's a run. That one never got started. Defensive pressure too much, and they drop him in the backfield. They'll stop it here. We have an injured Viking to tend to. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. So push back to the 11-yard line for 2nd and goal. Dart gonna fake the give and hold on to it. He'll take this one down to the 8-yard line. After that play, it stopped an injured Giant on the field. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. Good job so far by the defense protecting the short field. Now it's 3rd and goal. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. They'll stop it here. We have an injured Viking to tend to. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. John Harbaugh will send out the field goal unit. This about as short as you can get. Good snap. Good hold. Good kick. And the Giants will open up a touchdown lead. It's now 17-10.
Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in 1st and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Ty Felton now on the return. We'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop. Out comes the Minnesota offensive unit as they get set to take over. Greg, kind of a head-scratcher in this one. A fumble or two here or there. That's going to happen. But they've continually put the ball on the ground in this one.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I've ever seen anything quite like it, and kind of seems like when it rains, it pours. It gets a little mental for the ball carriers. They're kind of contagious in a sense, Mike. But you know who also gets really wrapped up in it is the defense. They say, hey, I've seen that ball pop out time and time again. You get those guys continuing to believe it's going to come out and attack the ball, and you have days like this today.
This drive starts at the 21. It's 1st and 10. Man in motion here is Jennings. On 1st down, here is Mason. And the struggles continue. He's dropped behind the line again. They'll stop it here. We have an injured Viking to tend to. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially, that it's not too serious. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. Back is Wentz. Now screen set up for Claiborne. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
To the air, Wentz on 3rd down. He'll try and get there on the ground. 10 yards on the scramble there, and he picks up the 1st down.
And that just can't happen. 3rd and long, just understand, contain the ball, rally tackle, just get the ball carrier on the ground. Not only not able to get to him inside the pocket, he's able to extend the play with his legs and pick up a huge, long 1st down.
And their woes in the running game continue. He's going to be taken down behind the line. They'll stop it here. We have an injured Viking to tend to. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially, that it's not too serious. Second and 11. To throw, here's Wentz. And that ball in and out of his hands. It is incomplete. Might tell you after the game he should have come up with that one. He doesn't, and now 3rd down comes up. They'll look to throw. And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw. Maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion.
He just stays on his primary read just a little bit too long. I think if he gets that ball to his check down a little bit quicker, not only is the ball completed, but I think there's some room to run. So, again, certain quarterbacks are better than others. The ability to process and eliminate targets quickly to move on to the next, that's a skill that really just comes from experience.
Malik Neighbors heading out with the Giants offense for their next possession. And he was unguardable in the first half. You see the numbers as they try to add to those here in the third quarter. On play action, it is Dart. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. They'll stop it here. We have an injured Viking to tend to. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially, that it's not too serious. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Slayton is the man in motion. Now it's Tracy looking to run. He'll gain 3 out of this, up to the 23. After that play, it stopped, an injured Giant on the field. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially, that it's not too serious. Got to get it to the 30. Here comes 3rd down. Out of the gun, here comes Dart. The pressure gets home. He's lost the football. And no turnover here. One of the guards able to get the football and get on it to keep possession.
After these kind of plays, Mike, you just wish the sideline was a mile away, because you know when you get there, you are going to catch an earful. They stress all week, ball carriers. We have to protect the ball. In this case, it doesn't result in a turnover, but the lost yardage now brings up 4th down. These are drive killers.
That one hit inside the 10, but it bounces forward into the end zone. And they'll bring it back out to the 20-yard line. The Vikings offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They trail here by a touchdown, as this drive will start with a 1st down. This is Mason. He'll gain 3 out of this, up to the 23. They'll stop it here. We have an injured Viking to tend to. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially, that it's not too serious. From the 23, here's 2nd down and 7. On the play action, it's Wentz. To the left side here, caught by Addison. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
So there's a saying in the NFL, Mike, short throw, long catch, and that's exactly what they wanted to go with here. Operate in the quick game, don't stress the protection, and while he didn't get necessarily the big play, he does get enough to move the chains.
Here is Claiborne. He's ripped down at the end. Looked like a face mask indeed. The flags are thrown.
Defense. Automatic 1st down.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here is Wentz. That's going to be intercepted. Hit by the rookie out of Ohio State.
You think back to the draft in April, and there were a lot of people that really liked this pick. And when you're a first-rounder, Mike, you come in with some expectations. Are you an impact player right from day one? And that's exactly what he's done. That's a great play. Not only come up with the interception, but then to have the ability and the awareness to take it back for 6.
Now, for the point after.
Extra point.
The kick is good. And the Giants move out to a 24-10 lead.
Vikings 10.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Ty Felton now on the return. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line.
At their own
After that play, it stopped an injured Giant on the field. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. They'll run it with Claiborne. He was looking for that cutback lane, but it never developed. Tracked down behind the line.
Back at the 20-yard line.
That was just a race to the edge, and in this case, Mike, he just wasn't the winner. I mean, at this point, when the defense is out there waiting for you, it's tough for any runner in this league to even get back to the original line of scrimmage.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Operating out of the gun, it's Brosmer. He is hit before he can get rid of it, and down he goes.
Sometimes in the NFL, you have to be careful what you ask for. The offensive line, they were very clear to us this week. They wanted to take on this challenge. They loved it, and safe to say it has not gone according to plan.
To throw, Wentz. Crushed, it's incomplete. He did get the pass off, but he got drilled before he let it go. To stop it here, we have an injured Viking to tend to. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. On 4th down, out comes the punter, as he'll take this a yard or 2 into his own end zone. On the return, it's Austin, and he'll get a few yards. On this return, up past the 15-yard line. Here's the Giants offense. Now they get set to take over once more. And now the first carry for Devin Singletary. The defense all over that one. They'll come up with a stop, and it's no gain. They'll stop it here. We have an injured Viking to tend to. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Out of the shotgun. It's Dart. That's complete. Calvin Austin. He'll be brought down up past the 35-yard line. A gain of 17 yards. First down, Giants.
At the 36-yard line.
On the play fake, here's Dart. He gets that complete downfield to Slayton. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. QB will survey the defense on 1st and 10. A give to Singletary on the zone read. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Again, it's Singletary. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6. It sets up 3rd down.
In order to be successful as a run-heavy offense, Mike, it's so important that you remain really efficient on 1st and 2nd down. The last thing you want is to be in 3rd and pass, and it really throws off what you feel like your strengths are. So now you get down here in the red zone, it's got to be touchdowns. These longs.
That one intercepted in the end zone.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
The Vikings offense ready to take over once more. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. And once again, he loses the football. And I believe a Viking was able to get his hands on it. Yes, he was. Minnesota will keep the ball.
These are the opportunities that just kill defensive coordinators. You got the ball loose. You did everything you want. But now you got to recover it. You need better pursuit to the ball, more bodies around the ball carrier. Because when that ball pops out, you've got to be on it. These opportunities don't come around often, and when they do, you got to seize the moment. At this stage of the game, things haven't been going your way, so one more mistake, it could just be too much to overcome. So a nice decision there. Just throw it away out of bounds and give your team a fighting chance.
3rd and long. Here's Hawkinson in motion. Rosemary looking to throw here on 3rd and long. And that one's going to be shut down. They are short of the line to gain. No first down, and the punt team will come on here on 4th down. After that play, it stopped, an injured Giant on the field. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially, that it's not too serious. It'll be a punt coming from the Vikings. Jackson Dart and this Giants offense ready to get back to work. And the turnovers have really been the story here. Take you back through the actually the lowlights in this one. Not a lot of positives when you have a 3-interception game under pressure all game long, the secondary feasting on his passes. He'll give it to Singletary to begin this drive. And he'll be met in the backfield and dropped behind the line of scrimmage. After that play, it stopped an injured Giant on the field. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially, that it's not too serious. This will be 2nd down and 12. Throwing is Dart. And for the 4th time today, he has been intercepted. And he's going to set up his guys with great field position. A huge chance to cut into the deficit.
Mike, it's very simple in the NFL. You're just not going to win a lot of games when you're losing the turnover battle to this degree. And it's their struggles protecting the football. They've continued to hurt them here today, and that's why they find themselves trailing at this point in the game.
The Vikings offense ready to get back at it. They've got great starting position with a short field as they try to get back in this one. It is 1st and 10. He'll manage only a couple. Darius Alexander there on the tackle.
44-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 8. He'll send the receiver in motion to the left. Off the bootleg, Roseman. Throw to the right flat. It is caught. Get about 6 before he's taken down.
To number 14, Juwan Jennings. A gain of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Here's 3rd and 2. Here's Hawkinson in motion. Throwing on 3rd and short, it's Roseman. Oh, and that throw not able to be pulled in. It's incomplete. Looked like he may have got a little ahead of himself there. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
We're starting to see a lot of this on 3rd down, Mike, where they're going to rely on the run after catch to pick up these 3rd down conversions. You know what that depends on? You have to actually complete the ball. And in this case, it falls incomplete, brings up 4th down.
Here it is on 4th down. And he's going to pick up the Vikings' 1st down. As they manage to convert, that'll keep this drive alive. They'll stop it here. We have an injured Viking to tend to. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially, that it's not too serious. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Play action now. Roseman. Downfield, he's got the big target, Jennings. Trying to claw their way back into this one, and that'll help. It's a first down.
4-yard gain on the play.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
On the give, it's Claiborne. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down. They'll stop it here. We have an injured Viking to tend to. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. In motion, it's Jefferson. Once again, it is Claiborne. And he's going nowhere. Might have lost the 2 yards he gained on the prior play. That means it's 3rd and long.
He sniffed that one out from the jump. I mean, once he diagnosed and knew where the ball was going, he got there in a hurry, and he put an end to that play really before it ever got started.
First, we're going to throw here on 3rd down. One of his teammates is there to pick it up. And this is going to be a big loss. He kept retreating, looking for an escape hatch. Down nothing. And they get him down well behind the line. So they send in Will Reichert for this field goal try. This will be a 41-yard attempt. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. They'll stop it here. We have an injured Viking to tend to. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Set to return is Xavier Gibson. Wow! And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. After that play, it stopped an injured Giant on the field. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. A play fake, now dart. Oh, a loose football. The Vikings have got it. And he is going to bring this one back. It is a fumble recovery for a defensive touchdown.
This was just a disaster from start to finish. I mean, he's retreating, he's trying to get away from the rush, but going backwards doesn't often make things better. He's hit, stripped, and defense does a nice job securing the ball and taking it back for a touchdown.
So, after the fumble return, they'll bring the offense out and go for 2.
Line up for the 2-point conversion.
They'll try to pick this up with a run. And he cannot get in. The try for 2 comes up empty, so unable to get within a field goal. The difference remains 5. Riker out now, following the touchdown as he kicks this one away. Gibson now on the return. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. The Giants offense ready to see what they can do. The lead is 5 as they're going to start with this first down. Slayton is the man in motion. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a first down. A pickup of 9.
I like the change of pace. The idea that you want to keep the ball on the ground, but you don't want to do it in the traditional sense of just turning around and handing it off to your running back. So this time, they give it to the wide receiver. They get him in space, get the ball in his hands, and he turns it into a solid game.
On second down, they'll run. And I don't think he got that wrapped up at the line of scrimmage. And now you're looking at third down.
No gain on the
Great
play.
job here defensively, Mike. Make them snap the ball again. 2nd and 1, they're not conceding anything. Make it 3rd and 1 and see if your defense can come up again with a stop for no gain.
And he's not going to get the first down. They met him, brought him down in the backfield on 3rd and short.
Well, this seems pretty straightforward. 3rd and 1, just dial up a run play and run straight downhill. But this defense had other plans. They were ready and expecting that run, and they're able to take the ball carrier down for a loss.
We're about ready now for the punt.
Formation for the Giants.
And no chance to down this one. It carries deep into the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Minnesota offensive unit as they get set to take over. The deficit is 5, so they'll try to put a drive together here, and they'll begin it with 1st and 10. Now they'll pitch it out here. Oh, the ball comes out. One of the Giants has it. And he's going to score again. How about that for a daily double? The 2nd defensive touchdown he's scored in this game.
Sometimes instant offense actually comes from the defense. I mean, what a play to start the drive. Not only the opportunity to take the ball away and give it back to your offense, but the defense said, nah, you guys just stay on the sideline. We're going to take this back ourselves for 6.
A try here for the extra point. His kick is good. And the Giants will extend this 3rd quarter lead.
Vikings 19.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Ty Felton now on the return. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at 23-yard line. The Vikings offense ready to take over possession of the football. They need to start making some inroads here. Down 2 scores as they begin this drive with 1st down. On the ground, Claiborne. And the struggles in the running game continue. They take him down behind the line.
The key to great defensive line play is the get-off. When that ball moves, how fast can you get off the ball and get into the backfield? That's exactly what we saw here. Quick read, react, get off the block, take him down for a loss.
Throwing on second down, Brosmer. Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete. Ty Felton, the intended receiver that time, and it's going to be third down.
So the defense comes out in a cover 2 shell, and what that means, Mike, is the 2 safeties are going to split the field in half. One guy has one half, and the other guy has the other. There are abilities to get down the middle of the field, especially if you have speed. But really where you can attack it is they don't...
Carrying that ball loosely, and it is out. And it will be another turnover as this defense does it again. And now, following the turnover, we have an injured player on the field. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially, that it's not too serious. Going back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
No gain on the play.
The best linebackers at this level, Mike, they have all the physical attributes. That's a given. But it's really their instincts. It's their ability to dissect and predetermine where the ball is going before the ball is even snapped. And you could see with how fast he met the back at the point of attack, he knew exactly what play was coming.
Woo! He's hit after the catch, and the ball comes free. And the defense comes up with a big turnover. Maybe this will turn this game around. Now, after that near turnover, clock is stopped. We have an injured player. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially, that it's not too serious. Wow, just like that, things change dramatically. It's first and goal. Neighbors in motion. He'll try to power ahead with Ricard. And he'll try to use that size and push forward, but it will not work. They're going to get him down behind the line.
A loss of 2.
A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot. And now, I think it really limits. What do you feel comfortable dialing up here on second and goal?
Move back to the 10. He'll try here on second and goal. A quick throw here on the RPO. It's caught by Johnson. And that's going to move him closer, but they're going to need to come up with something here. Here comes third and goal.
Third and goal.
He'll try to throw it, and here's Dart. This one broken up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball, and it is fourth down.
Down and goal.
Well, we had a chance to sit down with the defensive coaches the other day, and we asked them, give us a few key points for today's game. And the first thing out of their mouth, Mike, what was it? It was, we got to get off the field on third down. Well, here we are in the second half, and they've done just that. Right now, this offense has no answers on third down.
Makes the score.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Price now to return it. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Vikings offense back onto the field. For their next possession, they'll begin with first and 10. will start on the ground, and he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. Trying to claw their way back into this one, and that'll help. It's a first down.
Finding yourself down here, multiple scores in the second half. The defense is going to give you some friendly run looks, so don't be afraid to mix it in there. But if you're going to find yourself coming back from this deficit, you're going to have to do it primarily through the air with just a little bit of mix of the run.
And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a first down. A pickup of 9.
48-yard line.
When the offense broke the huddle in a line, Mike, I think everybody in the stadium knew this was going to be a run, but the offense is kind of saying, okay, line up. I dare you to try to stop us. And right now, this defense has no answers.
You're going to go right back to Claiborne. And he'll work forward for a yard, but that's all he needed. This is going to be a first down.
McFadden on the stop. A gain of 1 yard. First down, Minnesota.
So, 3 quarters now in the books. EA Sports back for more from the NFL preseason after this. First and 10. Roseburg. That's taken in by Jennings. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. He'll stop it here. We have an injured Viking to tend to. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. From the 41, here's 2nd and 4. In motion, it's Jefferson. On play action. Oh, they're on him in a flash, and he lost the football. One of his teammates there to take it back in. And he will not get away. Terrific open field tackle. Gets him down behind the line. Here's 3rd and 7. Here's Hawkinson in motion. From the gun on 3rd down, here's Brosmer. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Potentially very big call here.
Just take a look down on the sideline, and you see the coach are just losing their mind. It's 3rd down. You force the incomplete pass. You're bringing up 4th down, and your rushers just have to find a way to avoid that late contact. And that late mistake here is going to cost them a fresh set of downs.
Following the penalty, they'll run it. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2.
He was tackled at the 27-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing is Brosmer. Now screen set up for Claiborne. And he'll get about 7. Still short of that first down. And they'll try to convert it on 3rd down. We get a stoppage. There's an injured player. It is T.J. Hawkinson who was shaken up on that last play. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. Off the play fake, here's Brosmer. That's taken in, And he's going to get awfully close to the first down marker, but appears just to be a few inches short. They'll stop it here. We have an injured Viking to tend to. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially, that it's not too serious. So they send in Will Reichert for this field goal try. Officially, it's a 36-yard attempt. 3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Vikings will cut into that lead.
22.
Nice kick there by Reichert, and all he did was go out last year and do a quiet 33 of 35 on his field goal attempts, and good enough to be named All-Pro, and not a bad season for a guy who was only in his second year in the league.
Reichert had the field goal a moment ago. Back out now to kick this one away. Gibson now on the return. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Giants offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Going to get this one to Neighbors. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain.
Still 1st down.
So a lot of options on the table now. It's 1st and 5. They'll begin here on the ground. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. After that play, it's stopped. An injured Giant on the field. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially, that it's not too serious. From the 35, here's 2nd down and 2. They'll stick with him again. He'll try to push his way forward, but there's nowhere to go. They've got him right at the line of scrimmage. They'll stop it here. We have an injured Viking to tend to. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially, that it's not too serious. Third down, 3 to go. Out of the gun, here comes Dart. And that one's incomplete. They really ratcheted up the coverage there. And they force 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Just a really nice effort by the defense to challenge him right at the catch point. It's really the timing of the contact that really is able to dislodge the ball, and they get a fresh set of downs to work with if he's able to hold on to it. But because of the hit, he can't squeeze it, and now they find themselves looking at 4th down.
The Vikings take over.
The Vikings offense starting to trot out for this next possession. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Man in motion here is Jennings. The drive starts with a carry by Mason. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. They'll stop it here. We have an injured Viking to tend to. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Man in motion here is Jennings. The second down throw is incomplete.
I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. And sometimes he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. Question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
Oh, in trouble, and down he goes. They'll stop it here. We have an injured Viking to tend to. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. Special teams out to the field, ready for this punt. As the drive went in the wrong direction, he's on to punt it away. Oh, and he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. The Giants offense ready to get back to work. They'll do so with 1st and 10. A handoff as they try to run it here. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe he gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
The RPO, that one is complete. And it looks like he's going to come up just short of the 1st down. Out of bounds. A yard shy of what they needed. So we'll have to pick it up on 3rd down.
Not every pass has to be thrown downfield. You can rely on the run after catch, especially a big body like this tight end. Get the ball in his hands early and let him pick up the rest after the catch.
And the drive is still up. He's got the 1st down up to the 44.
A gain of 9 yards.
And that's kind of a double whammy of sorts for this defense. Not only do you not get the 3rd down stop, but now this offense, Mike, they're able to bleed even more clock down with this fresh set of downs.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. They'll stay on the ground. And he's going to be yanked down awkwardly there. Here comes the flag. Almost certain to be a face match.
Defense.
Come on now. Let's go. Let's go. Come on, baby. Let's go.
Automatic 1st down.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Here's the fullback, Ricard. Trying to use that big body to go forward. Going to get to the line of scrimmage, but nothing after that. After that play, it stopped, an injured Giant on the field. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. Second and 10. Neighbors in motion. Now a give up the middle. And nothing doing here. He'll be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. After that play, it stopped, an injured Giant on the field. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially, that it's not too serious. It is 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun, it's Dart. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. And he is out of bounds down at the 21. They get 19 on that pass play. That's good for a Giants first down. Quick throw to Neighbors on the RPO. Oh, nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain. After that play, it stopped an injured Giant on the field. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially, that it's not too serious. See what they have for 2nd and 10. That is caught out wide on the RPO. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
To Calvin Austin. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Converted twice on 3rd down already on this drive. Now can they do it for a 3rd time? In motion goes Likely. Slayton is the man in motion. On 3rd down, here is Dart. And that is incomplete. Contact occurred just as the ball was arriving. There are no flags. It's 4th down.
It's pretty remarkable at this stage, Mike, that they're even winning this game. I mean, anytime a quarterback is completing less than 50% of his throws, you just don't see that very often. And it just seems like time and time again, this quarterback and his intended targets, they're just not on the same page.
The Giants field goal unit out on the field. This just a little more than a chip shot. 32-yard attempt. 3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. They'll stop it here. We have an injured Viking to tend to. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially, that it's not too serious. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Price now to return it. He's across the 20 to the 21. That's where the drive will begin. Out comes the Minnesota offensive unit as they get set to take over. They'll start out first down and 10. They'll start this drive with a Mason run. He's twisted down, and a late flag comes in. We're going to get a face mask added on here.
Automatic first down.
They go play action with, oh, they're on him in a flash, and he lost the football. One of the Giants has it. And he is going to bring this one back. They force the fumble, and it leads to a defensive score.
This is great teach tape for all the young quarterbacks out there. When you are in the pocket, you need to keep two hands on the ball at all times. You see guys, they're moving, they're scrambling, their eyes are downfield, and they lose track of the rush. You have to assume the defenders are going to attack the ball any chance they can. Secure it, two hands. Even if you take a sack, nothing is more important than the ball.
They'll line it up to kick the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Giants will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter.
Vikings 22.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Ty Felton now on the return. And he will get back to only about his 20-yard line. That's where the drive will start. The Vikings offense getting set to get back to work. Things not looking good. But see if we can get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with first down. In motion, it's Jefferson. To throw, Rosemer here on 1st and 10. They try to set up the screen, but this one doomed from the start. It's incomplete.
There's a lot of ways for defensive linemen to disrupt the passing game. That's everything about today's modern NFL. How do you disrupt the quarterback and make him feel uncomfortable? Of course, sacking him is a great way, but even getting your hands up in those throwing lanes and tipping passes, that is so frustrating for these quarterbacks.
This is intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsome. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
So all game, we've seen him take the approach as just being a game manager. But one thing you have to do, if that's the case, is you have to protect the ball. You can't turn the ball over, especially if you're struggling to push the ball downfield. He got a little reckless that time, and the defense made him pay.
Jackson Dart and this Giants offense ready to get back to work. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read, seemingly every time. They'll go with a counter on first down. And he'll be met in the backfield and dropped behind the line of scrimmage.
So they go with the first down run, hoping to just get them some positive yards and get themselves into a good second down situation. But now they find themselves in 2nd and long. So the more you give defenses the opportunity, Mike, to defend you one-dimensionally. So in this case, we're only playing you in the pass. It stresses your protection, it stresses your play caller, and ultimately, it stresses your quarterback.
He was trying to get that one to Isaiah Likely. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
I'm not so sure he would have picked up the first down had they connected either way, but still, disappointing outcome to not at least get a handful of positive yards on that last one. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him. He's just taking a beating out there right now. They cannot block this defensive front no matter what they try. I mean, I can't even imagine how sore he's going to be waking up tomorrow morning.
We're all set to kick this one away, as they'll say no to the long field goal and hope to pin them deep. That's going to be out of bounds. Well judged and spotted right at the 10-yard line. The Vikings offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. They'll have a long field ahead of them as they start 1st and 10. A quick toss into the hands of Addison. And this will not help the cause. He's going backwards. Tackled back at the 8.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 8-yard line.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. Here's Hawkinson in motion. To the air on 2nd down. Roseman. Oh, he doesn't put it away, and the ball's out. Oh, he gets it right back. And he'll get about 6 before he's taken down. Now, after that near turnover, clock is stopped. We have an injured player. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially, that it's not too serious. Have to get this to the 20. Here's 3rd down. Contact up front. Did they get one of the defenders to jump?
Defense.
Still 3rd down.
So now, following the penalty, they're only going to need a yard. It is 3rd and 1. Now Brosmer. And he's not going to be able to escape the rush here. He goes down.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
We'll send out the punt team, and the kick's away. Returnable from the 17. And he'll be brought down. Short return, and they'll take over there. The Giants offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. This one appears to be safe in hand. It has been a clinical performance to this point. Now they'll try to finish up strong. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. In motion goes Likely. Now a run, and it's their fullback with the carry. And he'll try to use that size and push forward, but it will not work. They're going to get him down behind the line.
When you give the ball to the fullback, it just hits a lot faster, so it puts a lot of pressure on the defense to trust their reads and react. It's exactly what we saw here. They're able to take him down in the backfield for a loss.
They'll go play action here with Dart. This one grabbed by Austin. And they're going to get this all the way up close to the 40-yard line.
Gain of 20.
They get 20 on the connection. First down, Giants.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
From the gun, here's a handoff, and he'll get forward for a couple. It's 2nd down. They'll stop it here. We have an injured Viking to tend to. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially, that it's not too serious. Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing is Dart. Oh, the pressure gets there, and down he goes. After that play, it stopped, an injured Giant on the field. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially, that it's not too serious. So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Out of the gun, it's Winston. This one just too far for the receiver, out in front of him. That one falls incomplete.
I really like the personnel adjustment by the defensive coordinator, Mike. They go dime coverage, so they're going to bring out 6 defensive backs, really play the pass and muddy it up with as many pass defenders as you can. Nowhere to go with the ball. And now we got to see, does the offensive coordinator, when he sees that dime package take the field, what answers does he have?
The
Vikings offense make their way out to take over once more. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. They'll go play action here with McCarthy. To the left side here, caught by Addison. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. After that play, it stopped, an injured Giant on the field. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially, that it's not too serious. Second down and 3 coming up. From the shotgun, it's a throw from McCarthy. That one down the field, but it is incomplete. He was looking for Jordan Addison that time. Now it's going to be 3rd down.
Can't exactly put my finger on it, but it just seems like this entire game, like this passing game and this quarterback specifically, they've just been off. And whether it's missing these big shots downfield like he did there, or just simple underneath layups, there's just something about him today that doesn't look right. And I think it's a big part of the reason they find themselves trailing here in the 4th quarter. And you think back earlier, remember, Mike, he threw that pick 6 in a very similar situation. So this time around, much better decision, doesn't take any chances, smart move to just throw that one away.
The offense not coming off the field, and here's 4th down. On 4th down, here's McCarthy. That is over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Deonte Banks. Now, after the interception, we have an injured player to look at. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially, that it's not too serious. Again, they'll try to power forward with their fullback. It appears one of the Giants, yes, they were, able to fall on it, so they keep possession.
Now, obviously, there's never a good time to fumble the ball. It's probably the thing that teams stress the most is ball security. But it makes it a little bit easier knowing that your own team was able to fall on top of it, and at least you can maintain possession.
On 2nd down, Dart. He's going to take a shot. Sends it down the middle.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
They'll try to run with their fullback. And he'll try to use that size and push forward, but it will not work. They're going to get him down behind the line.
Look, if you don't seal the edges, this is exactly what's going to happen on a toss to the outside. He's going to find a way to get free, and you better hope your runner can elude him, or else it's a loss.
To the air on second down. Dart exiting the pocket right. He's going to run it.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
This is 3rd and 6. Neighbors in motion. Out of the shotgun. It's Dart. That is caught at the 3. And he'll take it on in. Isaiah Likely. Touchdown, Giants. And that touchdown probably, Greg, ends any small hopes of a comeback on the other side.
Yeah, and I think those chances, Mike, were small to begin with, but with that last score, I think this one is pretty much over.
The kicking team off for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Giants are going to extend their lead. They'll stop it here. We have an injured Viking to tend to. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially, that it's not too serious. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Price now to return it. He'll come across the 20 and take him down at the 21-yard line. Out comes the Minnesota offensive unit as they get set to take over. This drive starts at the 21. It's 1st and 10. A handoff. Here is Claiborne. And nothing materializes there. Just fortunate to get back to the line of scrimmage. After that play, it stopped. An injured Giant on the field. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially, that it's not too serious. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Once again, it is Claiborne. He's going nowhere. Losing yardage on that play.
This is what every defense in the league is shooting for, Mike. Negative plays. That's how you kill drives. Force teams to play from behind the sticks. Great job here, taking them down for a loss.
It is 3rd and long. Working out of the shotgun, it is McCarthy. To the middle of the field, taken in by Addison. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up 4th down.
Just take what the defense is giving you. When you can stay ahead of the chains and just take these easy pitch and catch throws underneath, hitch routes, quick game, now it puts you in a lot more favorable down and distances to eventually attack this defense a little bit more downfield.
He's got his man. It's Jefferson. And he's going to pick up the Vikings' 1st down as they get the conversion with a gain of 14. Off the bootleg, it's McCarthy. That is out wide for Claiborne. And they'll take this down inside the 35. After that play, it stopped an injured Giant on the field. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. In motion, it's Jefferson. A short one taken by Hawkinson. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
Face mask. Defense.
Come on now. Let's go. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Let's go.
Automatic first down.
Here is Claiborne. Well, problems continuing. He puffs it up again. And it will be another turnover as this defense does it again.
Something these running back coaches preach all the time, Mike, is you can't sacrifice the ball for additional yardage. And I think we had a case of that going here. I love the effort. I love the fight. But it can't come at the expense of the ball. Everything in football is about protecting the ball itself. And in this case, just a little bit too loose with it. They're able to pop it loose, and that's a big turnover.
Now, whistles here. Looks like one of the defenders got a head start.
Encroachment. Defense. Still first down.
He'll try to power ahead with Ricard. And he will keep the drive moving. Gets the first down. Nice gain of 5.
First down. First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Slayton is the man in motion. Dart going to tap this one forward. And he's not going to get too far. Tackled after a gain of just a yard. After that play, it stopped an injured Giant on the field. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. It is 2nd and 9. They'll run. This is their fullback getting the carry. And he'll try to use that size and push forward, but it will not work. They're going to get him down behind the line. They'll stop it here. We have an injured Viking to tend to. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too serious. This will be 3rd and long. An inside give here to the fullback on the dive. And that's not going to work at all. He'll manage to get back to the line. That is all. It is 4th down.
It's 4th down. Jordan Stout in punt
So,
formation
2 minutes
for
to
the
play
Giants.
here in the second half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment.
Jordan
Punt team out,
Stout in
ready
punt
to
formation
send this
for
one
the
away.
Giants.
As he's standing right around his own goal line. And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. The Vikings offense ready for this next possession. McCarthy now to throw on 1st and 10. That one, oh, it's on target, but it goes as an incompletion. Looked like he had that one in his grasp, but unable to hold on, and it will be second down.
Dropping a catchable ball is one of the worst feelings. It feels like the entire stadium is laughing at you, and all I know is firsthand, you just want to get another opportunity to put that one behind you.
On the ground, play ball. And a nice run there as he surges forward, a gain of 8, and sets up 3rd down.
So I think as they continue to have success on the ground like they did here, I think we're going to see them continue to lean towards that ground game, force the defense to come up, sell out, take it away, and then there's all sorts of options downfield in the passing game.
Here's Hawkinson in motion. 3rd and 2, and here's McCarthy. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down.
And this is where the timing of these passing games, you see guys, they call it routes on air, Mike. During the course of the week, there's no defense, nobody playing on coverage, but it's the timing. It's be on time, get your depth, be where the quarterback expects you to be, because then when the game starts, things get sped up just a little bit more for the quarterback. And in this case, it's a perfect example. He's open. He tries to lead his guy, just puts a little too much in front. You find yourself down big. It's the 4th quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
Slayton is the man in motion. On the give, this is their fullback, and he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
7-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Right back to the fullback. And he'll try to use that size and push forward, but it will not work. They're going to get him down behind the line. So it's a win for the men in blue. The Giants get it done as they start things out with a victory here in the first week of this preseason. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Giants are winners as we say so long from MetLife Stadium.